Most people knew my father as a guy in a Talmud Chacham or Rosh Yeshiva. But to us, he was a father. From the youngest age, I remember him playing games with us and telling us stories. He wasn't too chashuv to be a storyteller at a child's birthday party. He wasn't too chashuv to come and sit by the grand sing by the color war, when the sons won the color war. He was involved with the children in the school projects. I remember how he built a small elevator that went up and down for my sister's science project. He was very, very proud of us. I remember one time he asked me a Gemara riddle, and when I nailed the answer, I remember how excited he was. He would say, gewaldig. Do you hear? You hear what he said? Mommy, you hear what he said? He said, kach v'kach. He was so excited. As was mentioned, he was also not just my father, but a father to many Talmidim. Last week, my father was in the hospital. A Talmud came from out of town to visit him. When he finally had to leave to catch the plane that was leaving, he said goodbye and he wished him before Shalem, and he turned around and walked away, and I saw there were tears in his eyes. And then I watched him walk out of the room, and from under the curtain that closes the entrance to the hospital room, I saw his feet standing there, walking back and forth and hesitating to walk away, until finally he got himself to be able to walk away. He was like standing outside the room, but unable to move. As was mentioned, he had a tremendous sense of achrayus. There's a well-known story where Aharon, Rosh Yeshiva, asked my father to raise money once, and his friends prevailed him to ask maybe he shouldn't have to go. It was a newsman, and he wanted to, get orangutan in the new sugyos. So he asked Aharon, he said to him, why am I mechuyev to go? And Aharon said to him, weil du kennst. You're responsible because you can. And that message stayed with him for the rest of his life. We had a Russian helper in the house. Her name was Anna. She was a friar lady. When she passed away, my father feared on a kvura and Levaya, and he spoke by Levaya. Unser teure Freund Anna, our dear friend Anna, he took on the chrayas on himself. I remember when this new thing came out, caller ID. It was a new zach. I called up my father to tell him, you don't have to, you can now get up the caller ID and you don't have to pick up the phone every time. He said, maybe I'm mechuyev to pick up the phone. The sense of achrayus that he had was given over to the Talmidim. Come in here night Seder during the week, you'll see older bachrim learning to younger bachrim, taking responsibility for them. After my grandfather, Rabbi Yechiel was nifter, my grandmother, the Almana, moved into the house, not to the basement, to the upstairs room across from his bedroom. He sacrificed his privacy for over 20 years because he felt it was the right thing to do. Tati, go to Aharon, go to the Rosh Yeshiva. Tell him you built Torah and you were marbitz Torah to thousands of people through the yeshiva, from teaching Svardim in Brooklyn, through all the books that were put out, which had such an impact on all people that he had no connection to. Tell him how you brought the yoifi of Torah and the godless of Torah to people and presented it to them. He'll be proud of you. Go to Zaydi Nekritz. Tell him how you were like a father to so many Talmidim. Your heart was big enough for all of them. Go to Zaydi Perr. Tell him how you ran the yeshiva with honesty. Tell him how you stood up for what's right and did not buckle under any pressure. Ruben Tzarchei Amcha, Yemails Yosher, for the tzrachim of your Talmidim, the tzrachim of the people in the community, the tzrachim, the various tzrachim in the mishpacha. Yemails Yosher from Mami, who stood at your side and supported you always at your side, through thick and through thin, all the difficult times. Bila Mavas L'Netzach, U'Moch Hashem L'Kim Dima Melkopana.